By and large, the world holds intelligence as much more valuable than intuition. We are encouraged to be in our thinking minds above all else. Building knowledge through education is the key to success. That's the message that we get over and over and over again. And yes, I believe education is very important. I was raised by an educator mom, and I agree. I have a PhD, I have a master's and 2 bachelor's degrees. I get it. It's incredibly important. Education is powerful, but it isn't everything. And in this video, I will show you how intuition is potentially more powerful than intelligence and share a surprising reason why, if you learn to develop the skill called intuition, you can improve in every area of your life. I'm Dr. Meg Haworth, founder of Evolving Intuition, Building Self-Trust for Life online course and certification program for coaches, therapists, healers, and entrepreneurs to help the healers heal themselves. Now back to intuition versus intelligence. Let's break it down for a moment and let's look at what is intelligence. Intelligence is the ability to acquire knowledge and skills. And intuition is the ability to know things without knowing how you actually know them. And when it comes to the discussion around intuition and intelligence, I would like to start by referencing some of the greatest minds on the planet that have ever graced our planet and their take on intuition and intelligence. Albert Einstein was one of the greatest scientists of all time. He said, and I quote, "The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift." Whoa, that's a big statement to make from a major scientist who came up with a theory of relativity. So let's break it down for just a moment. Basically, most people honor the rational mind while forgetting the intuitive mind altogether. Einstein also stated that I believe in intuition and inspiration. Imagination, he said himself, imagination is more important than knowledge because it is so limited, meaning knowledge is so limited. So let's think about that for a moment. Knowledge is limited, but imagination and intuition is unlimited, is what he's saying in this statement. He wasn't the only great thinker and innovator that believed that intuition was key to his success in changing the world. And there are men and women all throughout history that you can reference easily. Any entrepreneur that you talk to today who tells about how they got to where they got to in their world, they will tell you that their intuition was key, a very important part of it, including myself. Another great thinker, world changer, was Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple Computers. And he said, "Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your own intuition." So these are the breadcrumbs left by the minds of great thinkers and great innovators. So it's starting to give me a little bit of an idea that maybe our intuition is a more powerful force than our intelligence. And maybe the two together is the key. So remember earlier when I said that I was going to let you in on a secret about intuition and why it's potentially more powerful than intelligence? Well, here's the secret that you've got to know. When you intentionally develop your intuition, you will also gain access to all of your brain. Now, it sounds like I'm making a big, bold statement and taking big liberties with that statement, but hear me out for a moment. There are 2 major hemispheres of the brain. There's the right brain and then there's the left brain. Those are the 2 major hemispheres. But most people seem to know about this piece of information, and we're always talking in terms of left brain and right brain, thinking that the left brain is more analytical and it controls the functions of the right side of the body. It also has to do with math and science and logic. The right side of the brain it controls the left side of the body, and it is associated with creativity and the arts. And guess what else? The right brain is also where intuition resides. Yes, intuition. Developing your intuition will help you develop all of your brain. Intuition isn't something that you just use only when it decides it wants to show up for you. That's not true at all. You can access intuition anytime. What clouds our ability to access this great asset called our intuition are many, and there are just a few things that include traumatic events, overthinking, judgments that you may have about intuition being something nebulous or otherworldly or metaphysical and worthy of dismissal. There are a lot of different reasons why we may dismiss intuition as being more powerful, and I think a big reason is that we just don't understand what it really is. And that's a big part of what I have decoded for people and helped them to understand as a lifelong seeker of intuition and understanding what intuition is. After having a near-death experience at a very young age, I drowned and had to be revived. I was highly intuitive my whole life, and because my intuition was so out of control, I felt like I needed to get help for it. So what I've done is I have created a program called Evolving Intuition, Building Self-Trust for Life. It's for coaches, therapists, healers, and entrepreneurs who need their intuition available to them at all times so they can run their businesses and their lives. One of the great side effects of honing your intuitive abilities is you also hone your empathic abilities. So your empathy becomes more tempered and you're able to get through sessions with your clients without having all of the stress of empathic overload. So talk to me for free to apply for Evolving Intuition, Building Self-Trust for Life online course, group coaching, and certification program to help you build your intuitive abilities into a skill so that you can use all of your brain, and you can also maybe settle this little argument for yourself about intuition versus intelligence. I think honestly, it's about combining the two together, and the more you can do that, the better off your life will be, and the better off you will be in general. Thank you so much for listening to this video. I have so many more videos that I would love for you to watch. You can learn more about empathy by watching the 10 signs of highly sensitive and empathic people. Another video I also have another video about empathy and intuition and what are they exactly, and how can you learn more about yourself through understanding your empathy, your intuition, and your intelligence, and using all three as one. Thank you so much for listening to this video. I'm Dr. Meg Haworth.